Hey, Tony Gaskins here. I said I'm gonna get a video in while I'm working out, and I don't do too much on this here bench. This 135 pounds. Get a little old, can't be lifting too heavy, but you gotta keep building muscle. Gotta keep building that muscle. I already did me a set, and so I just try to lift like 5 at a time. Ain't got nothing to prove at this age. It's just more so about trying to lift you a little something, just to have your little something going. And then after I do that, then I can take and do the sauna. Get that sauna in. And just a little bit of health and wellness. And you know, we're in a different season right now. It's a different time. And gotta be able to adjust, make things happen. We're in a little bit of a recession. And so when you have that recession, you gotta make some adjustments. Do things a little differently. And we're in a time to where it's a lot of people losing their job. A lot of people afraid to lose their job. Feel like they might lose their job. Then you got everything is changing. I was talking to some influencers who make videos and do those type of things, and they were telling me how the industry didn't change, and it's like they gotta adjust and gotta create different things. And we come into a space now to where for the economy and just the country, the uncertainty, you think about what you going through. Like I was thinking last night, I say, hold on, we got 330 million people in America. I'm like, can you imagine if we feeling it? That means everybody feeling it. And so just the stress, the tension, whatever it may be. And so imagine what the banks have gone through. Like, I know a lot of people have been put in a place to where they can't pay their rent. They can't pay their car note. And we all have those struggles. And when you think about it, like you think about the bank, it's like if they dealing with you and you late on something, they got thousands and thousands of customers. So if they say 30%, so if they got 10,000 customers and they say 30% of people are defaulting, well, I could have heard 60 or 70% defaulting on a car loan. How much money the bank done lost. So when you really think about it, it's like everything come full circle. And God allows it to even the scales, to balance things out. Think about how sometimes we look at the world and we might look at a situation and be like, oh, they greedy. This person greedy, that person greedy, but it's like, if you mad with the IRS, imagine when so many people, millions of people ain't got no job. That means the IRS ain't getting income tax off those people because they ain't got no job. And then the government is paying now welfare, food stamp, unemployment, disability to millions and millions and millions of people. So it's like, a lot of times we think about the unfairness of, oh, I gotta pay taxes. Oh, the bank charged these fees. But then when the bottom fall out, it flips. So then it become a situation of, okay, now they got to eat that. Now they got to go through. Now they got to struggle. So then when you look at it like that, it's like, okay, now them scales get balanced because of what they got to go through. And we don't think about it like that. And so they got to employ that AI and get that AI to be calling all of, and then guess what? They losing money. But then not only losing money, also they gotta take and pay more money to their collectors, to the people that got to be calling you. And so I'm like, wow, you look at it like that. That thing ain't real now. That thing ain't real. I had to get my son a job. And shout out to everybody who blessed him. My son showed me he got 4 sessions today. And so, hey, now it's only 30 minutes now, y'all. Don't talk the boy over the 30 minutes, because he got to get on the next session. It says back to back. He got 1:30 to 2, 2 to 2:30, 2:30 to 3, 3:30 to 4. He gonna send a screenshot in the family chat talking about, you know how work be. So, hey, y'all, thank you. And then some of y'all blessed him on his Cash App. And it's Tony Gaskins, the number 3. He getting ready for college next month, so he's trying to get all his supplies, get everything together. My little boy growing up, and grown man, 18 years old. And so we created a little TikTok 101 for the people who don't have TikTok and trying to get on there and figure it out. And so he gave some knowledge on there. Can't get too detailed or specific, because everybody niche is different. But he gave some knowledge on there to help you get started. I can't remember if I posted my video. I needed to post on there. I think I did. Probably ain't get no views, no likes. And so we doing this here, and then I got this here sauna that I got to get in, but what I'm trying to do with the sauna is I'm trying to get to just do 20 minutes, because I be draining myself too much when I get in there. My wife, she out with my son for training, and so I'll be shooting these little videos every now and then, day in the life type of stuff. I got a few sessions today. One of my VIP clients wrote me for a session today. So with the VIP coaching, the way that works is they book, some clients book like 10 sessions in advance. And so once you book 4 sessions or more in advance, then you get to schedule your sessions in off-hour times. So you can schedule day of, stuff like that. Schedule on the same day, and I find an off-hour time, put you in there, and then you also get to schedule like 2-hour blocks for the VIP client. I also get to do Zoom if need be, do Zoom sessions, because some people want it to feel more like therapy, to where therapy is in person. Coaching, life coaching is by phone, so you do Zoom to kind of make it a little more personal. Zoom also helped me too, because it limits distractions, because I gotta look at the person, so it kind of limit text messages coming in and distracting and stuff like that. My family see me, I'm looking at the screen so they know not to bother me. Stuff like that, so it helps. I don't like Zoom though for long term because you gotta think about your eyes and your eye health. And staring at a screen for hours and hours, some people go through that. But we building, and I shot a video on manhood today and just too scared to release it on Instagram. A little longer than what it need to be on there, 5, 6, 7 minutes. And you know, Instagram is really for, the reels is 1.5 minutes for a reason. I'm trying to do every other day on Instagram. So y'all, if you ain't on Instagram, I'm over there. And we just got to start, you know, getting up and pumping it out a little more. Especially you're a life coach, you're an author, you're a speaker. You got to get out there and start just getting that content out there a little more. And getting on that grind. Doing a little more. And so I come in here, I do a little bit in here. I don't do nothing too crazy. Because I'm an old man now, and it ain't really about, you know, I ain't got nothing to prove to the young boys. So I do my little 10 reps, 5 reps, whatever my body feeling. This will probably be my last 5. Because I think I done did 5, 10, 10, 5, do 5 more. That's enough reps for the day. And so my muscles, it done warmed up. So being that the muscles done warmed up, I could technically, you know, do a little more. And, but it's like, you don't want to do too much the way you hurt yourself. And then you get you some of these here dumbbells off of Amazon, and just get these here dumbbells off Amazon and just get you just a few sets every other day. Just do your few sets. And all you're doing is just building a little bit of muscle. You're building a little bit of muscle. A lot of times women be like, oh, no, I ain't gonna do that. It's gonna make me muscular. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. You got a long ways to go. You got to work through a whole lot before you start to see the muscle. You got a long ways to go. So just get that in, because health and wellness, it matters. And we got to get to it. We got to get to it. So, hey, shout out to my supporters, Tony Gadsden Family Foundation. Really appreciate y'all in these times. Was able to get a box of jerseys for my guys. Just like some extra little rip and run around clothes type stuff. Blessing. Some shoes, was able to get a couple pair of shoes for my guys. And so just really blessing them, because some of them don't ever get to get new things, new shoes, you know, new clothes. School coming back, we'll be able to help them in that area for those who don't have to wear uniforms. We actually going to tour a prep school next week. And so that's one of those things to see what that looks like. Tour the prep school. And then going to a benefit game, diabetes benefit game. And so just kind of getting out there and getting a few things done. Thanks to y'all support. And so we building an ecosystem, and got to be able to stay consistent and do what you got to do. Now, when I get into the sauna, I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear me. It might be very hard, but maybe I can turn on captions or something like that. Turn on some caption. Get that in there. But hey, you know, of course, normally I never show nothing like this online. This ain't the show out or nothing like that, cause I ain't lifting no real weight. It's just that I realize I don't do a lot for a living. So my days is pretty boring. And so you might as well just turn the camera on and just talk, because I got people on here who drive trucks and they just need somebody to just talk to. Just hear about some things, just to think about some things. So I feel like I'm gonna just document, then try to upload it. YouTube has been very slow. I don't know if it's YouTube uploading or my Wi-Fi, but it has been absolutely atrocious in that area. And so I'm just like, man, what's going on? What's going on? So it's just something to think about there. And just turn your camera on. Get your YouTube, you're a life coach, you're a speaker. Get on there, do your little something. Get on that camera, do your little something. Build your little something. See, I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing crazy now. Cause you know, I ain't trying to win nobody award. Feel me? I ain't trying to win nobody award now. But see, what we got to do is we got to be a little more intentional about our health and wellness and make sure we doing what we need to do. I was looking at this thing today, talking about pre-diabetic. So if you got skin tags, and I think I got me a little skin tag over here under my arm, might be pre-diabetic. I don't know if you got pigmentation, pre-diabetic. Say if you got a hard gut or something like that, dense or something, might be pre-diabetic. So it's like, we don't think about those things. We don't think about that. And the Lord been good. The Lord been good. I'm gonna tell y'all about this right here. This is an infrared light something. Now, that right there is a massage chair. I got that chair from, I think, Costco. It's infrared sauna. That's a Peloton right there. I financed that, $47 a month. When I bought the house, these two, and I think that, and we had another treadmill right there. I gave it to my friend who was trying to lose weight. And then that right there, that might have came with the house. I might have bought that punching bag. I think that came with the house. We bought the house 10 years ago. Bought the house 10 years ago. I don't know if y'all will be able to hear me in here. I'm gonna go in at 20 minutes. Y'all might not be able to hear me, but I'm gonna be in there talking to you. And this is the thing. I'm just gonna start documenting. Just start documenting. I ain't going to the office today. I just really been feeling like meeting, going up to the office. The office really for meetings. Got a meeting tomorrow with one of my speakers on the 3Bs. The 3Bs virtual seminar is this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday night is just the VIP. So when you go to Tony Gaskins Academy to buy your ticket, where you see $97, it's a drop-down menu. And that drop-down menu goes to, the drop-down menu goes to $147. And so that $147, that's the VIP. And then the VIP, we're doing a VIP networking event Friday night. Q&A, market your business, put your Instagram or YouTube in the chat, get followed by other VIP members, VIP ticket holders. And you just building from there, And let me tell you something about this right here. Now, you might not be able to hear me at all, or you might be able to hear me with a little echo. But the practice of this and what I'm doing right here with this, and I may put in the caption if you can't hear, but is to do it ugly. Do it ugly. We so focus on perfection and we forget that it's only one perfect person, and that is Jesus Christ. And after Jesus, there's nobody else who is perfect. So you want it to be perfect. You want your lighting perfect. You want your sound perfect. You want your video perfect. You want your skin perfect, your hair perfect, your outfit perfect. You want everything perfect, so you end up doing nothing. I have people who join the insurance agency, and I had a young man today, and he wrote in, he got his license, he passed his test. And then he was like, I feel like I'm trying to be very purposeful and intentional about what God wants me to do. And I don't think being an insurance agent is the right thing at this time. And the thing about it is, it's like, you're not just one thing. Like, I am an insurance agent. I got my insurance license, but I'm also an author. I'm also a speaker. I'm also a life coach. I'm also a ghostwriter. I'm also a business owner of Billionaire Labs, the health and wellness. I haven't launched my skincare brand, but I'm going to, especially if I find a partner. Skincare brand. Also, MyMentor.life. Friendly. You're not just one thing. So what God wants you to do, see, God don't want you to be stuck. God don't want you to be stagnant. What God wants you to do is to be active, to be busy, to try your hands. The Bible says try your hands at 7 different things, because you don't know what's going to take off. The Bible says study the ant. Study the ant now. It don't say study the sloth. It says study the ant, because she don't sleep. She don't rest. Meaning God wants us to be active. Because you know what activity does? Activity with righteousness, working as unto the Lord, it minimizes your sin. The busier you are, and a lot of people misconstrue the word busy. Busy don't mean you're not being productive. It don't mean you're just doing busy work. But even when you're productive, you should be busy. The busier you are, guess what? The less you're going to sin, because you are working as unto the Lord. You're doing your work. Now, technically, a lot of times you have your shirt off in here, but I'm on YouTube, so I'm filming, so that's why I got my shirt on, so y'all understand that. But you also, it does in the manual tell you to have on a thin layer of clothing, because that right there thing get really hot and it can burn you. It do start to feel like it's burning your skin. It'll get real hot. It's 147 degrees in here based on the theme, but it could actually be hotter than that and just not reporting. And so I got 16 more minutes in here, so y'all be here hearing me. And so, that really, I didn't tell them I was disappointed in them or nothing like that, but what I did tell them is, hey, you got your license. Use it when needed, and it'll be a blessing to you when you least expect it. I just had a family member die and can't afford the funeral. They can't afford the funeral, so they came to me for what they can't afford. Before doing a fundraiser, before doing anything, they came to me. For me right now in this season, the answer is no. I got a son going to college. I can't do it. I can donate a little something to the GoFundMe, but I can't do it. And so guess what? That made life insurance more real to me. And I'm like, I need to make sure my whole family is insured for what they can afford per month. And so it's not like I'm just going to drop everything in my life and just be an insurance agent. But I'm going to have that there so that as I meet people who don't have life insurance, The link is in the description. Go get life insurance before the Lord calls you home, so your family can bury you nicely. Get life insurance on your children, because you could be building wealth for them through their policy. So that's the thing. So I'm not just gonna do one thing. Now guess what? It takes money to make money. So I really want to launch my men's skincare line, but it's gonna take a few thousand. But sometimes you got to pause. You got to take a few steps back so that you could take 10 steps forward. A few meaning 3. So what I mean by that is there comes times to where you may have to say, okay, my car note is this right here. My car note $500 a month. But I'm gonna take and I'm gonna ask for a forbearance on the car for 3 months or 6 months. And then I'm gonna take, I had to open the door, y'all. That's why you might hear me a little better with still echo though, but just let the thing cool off a little bit, let you hear me, just in case you couldn't hear me. And so you take and you say, okay, I'm gonna get a forbearance for maybe 3 months, 6 months. And then that $500 a month that you've been paying faithfully, now if you get 3 months, that's $1,500. That's enough money to start your business. So you start your business, you launch it, you post it on your Facebook and your Instagram and your TikTok. Now people buying your cakes, your body butter, your hats, your t-shirts, whatever it is you selling, now they buying. So now you go back to paying your car note, but now you got a new stream of income that's covering your car note. This is how we have to start thinking. This is how we have to start moving. We're gonna have to get to a place to where we start to do better, we start to do different, and we start to think outside the box. So it's sometimes in my entrepreneurial ventures, my entrepreneurial career, that I've had to wipe out my account. I've had to go completely broke to start a new project. And then that project, boom, makes tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands. But I had to invest. And that's where we make the mistake, is we don't want to invest in ourselves, so that keeps you just over broke. J-O-B. That somebody came up with that. That's not my saying. It keeps you just over broke. But you might have to cancel Netflix for a year. So you have that $300 or $120 to start your LLC. Now you start the LLC, boom. Now you build it from there. And that's what we gotta do. We gotta get to a place to where we really start to take this stuff serious. And you got to be willing to invest in yourself. You got to be willing. So it's like, I have people go to Tony Gass's Academy, where on Tony Gass's Academy, I'm giving a 7-figure blueprint. And so that 7-figure blueprint teaching you how to use your natural gifts to become a millionaire, to earn $1 million plus in a year. I'm giving you my exact plan. People will buy the courses and never take the courses. They'll buy the courses and never start the courses. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, can I have a refund? I ain't start the course. No, no refund. I done put my work out there. I done did my job. You got to go through the course. Like, no, this is not a bank. This is not a holding. This not your bank. It's not your savings account. That's what your IUL, your Indexed Universal Life Insurance Policy is for, where you could go withdraw from it or borrow from it. I'm not a bank. So no, you can't park your money with me and then expect me to just let it sit there and do nothing. No, I put that money into work. So when you come back 2 months later, somebody, hey, can I have a refund? I never took the course. Absolutely not. That's on you. go take the course and get what you paid for and make that investment work for you. Like, no, I don't hold your money. I don't sit on your money. I deploy it. Because we made an exchange. I gave you $1 million worth of knowledge. Take that $1 million worth of knowledge and implement it in your life so you can make money. Now you don't need no kind of refund because you're making money. So that's what you got to realize. It's time to stop being idle and start taking action. It's time to take action. It's time to do what we don't feel like doing. Like for me, I don't promote my stuff enough. I don't promote enough. I have companies and I don't promote the companies. I don't take and get the ads created. I need to be promoting ads, advertisements of all my different companies. Boom, do a post, do an advertisement. Do a post, do an advertisement. I need to be posting. Matter of fact, I'm about to post now. God bless you. I'm about to get my advertisement and post now. God bless you. Y'all forgive me, Jim, a little messy. But hey, all the important links in the description. Shout out to my supporters, Tony Gasson Family Foundation. Shout out to Tony Gasson's Academy. God bless you. Appreciate you. All my students, the Blessed Tribe, Blessed Business Tribe, MyMentor.life. I'll put the link in the description. We fundraising for MyMentor.life. So if you want to be a partner in that, receive a return on your investment. It is SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, regulated. So you first got to hit 50K mark. And then after that, now you eligible to let those reservations. So it'll say reserve, not invest. So, and the minimum you could do is 100. So when you do whatever, 100, 1,000, 10,000, it's just a reservation. If we don't hit the 50K, then your funds are released back to you. If we hit the 50K, then I got to fill out the paperwork for the Securities Exchange Commission before I start to actively raise. And then I'm able to finish the fundraise. And then what I set up is a return on your money. So instead of this one being an equity partner, you get a 1.75 times return on your money. So essentially, whatever you invest, let's say it's 10,000, do that times 1.75. So you're almost doubling your money. So instead of 2.0, it's 1.75x of your investment. And so you get that till you get paid till you paid out. And the reason why I'm doing that for MyMentor.life is to build it. So I'm taking and leveraging my equity, leveraging what I've already done with it to build it, to get more coaches on there, to get more clients on there for the coaches, and to reach more people for life coaching. We the #1 life coaching website that's Black owned. #1 life coaching website in the world that's Black owned. And so that's a huge thing. So you'll see where it says invest in MyMentor.life in the description box. If you want to take a little chunk you got over here and flip it. Again, we don't hit the 50K mark, then it doesn't happen. You get your funds back. And so this is regulated by the government, just like my YouTube fundraise. But this type of business I'm doing and provide opportunities for other people who may not know their purpose yet, who may not have their company yet, who may not have stuff set up yet, but you able to invest in the vehicles that I've created and got moving and make a return on your investment. And some things like the album I did, that's lifetime. So some people say, hey, what's going on with this investment? That's lifetime. I ain't hit where I'm gonna be at. So when I really hit and I take off, all my projects gonna take off. And that's what you invest for. You don't invest for tomorrow, you invest for 10 years from now. And that's where we gotta shift our mindset from an instant gratification and a scarcity mindset to an abundant mindset. And that's how the white people do. But hey, God bless you. I got 5 minutes left in here. We'll talk soon.